Hi everybody, this is Kira Audrin. I am so thrilled to be here with you today. I just want to introduce my beautiful brother, great friend, kindred soul, Mathues Kierra. He is the creator of the Seventh Seal in War, and I'm going to pass along his information to you so that way you can learn about these activators, these tools, but I am not the creator. So Mathues, will you please share with us about what you bring to the planet for our benefit and our development and our health and our consciousness?
Sure. Well, this basic symbol I channeled through from my higher self when I was, 1996. I was in my 20s, and the basic symbol just came right out of my, higher self. I was instructed to get a compass and a ruler and a piece of paper and a pencil, and in a matter of moments, this got drawn out. And so, about 5 years ago, the next level occurred because all by itself, this shape that this is made out of wood. We have different ones of different kinds. This one's mahogany. All by itself, holding it up to your heart, you'll feel expansion, shifting, lifting, easier to breathe, maybe lighter. And it's actually I've experienced it going in and healing people's hearts just on this alone. And so, very powerful. And when my sort of inner voice came through again, say almost 5 years ago, it instructed me again to get a piece of paper and instructed me, same thing with a piece of paper, to create this. And this has a lot more information and a lot of numbers and things going on in it. And what it is it's a sigil. It's like a sigillum. If anybody knows what Dr. D and Sir Francis Bacon did back in the 1600s, this really opens up like a portal, a vortex. And it sets up the four directions, which are the four watchtowers, so that everything happening to you and within the space is protected. And so when we place this underneath somebody, just by itself, it begins to accelerate the energy of Kundalini and the energy moving up the body. And so you would just place it, you can sit directly on it, or you can place it under the chair, and people begin to experience like a whoosh, typically, of energy coming in that wants to move up through the chakras. And if a chakra is blocked, it'll stop and work with clearing it. And you practitioners out there, you can also assist, if you're intuitive and you know that there's something going on, you can do a variety of things. You can take some of these tools, wood, or this one is a plant-based 3D printed version, and it amplifies the clearing and activation energy. And once that's moving, it wants to go to the crown and activate your seventh seal. That's why it's called the seventh seal. The intention is to open you up, make you a whole, complete system, so you can go online with your multidimensional self. And then recently, over the last 2 years, I've brought through two more activators, the eighth seal and the ninth seal. And the eighth seal is got this hypercube, which is like a tesseract. If you take a deeper look at it, it emerges that there's two interlocking cubes, and they have a number sequence on them that comes from hidden layers within the phi ratio. And so this all organizes the information in your body to its highest divine blueprint. And this one in particular, when we hold it over somebody's head like this, probably works both ways. It really wants to open up the third eye and connect it to the soul star, which is the 1-2 feet above the head. and it's very powerful. Many sensitive people, just having it in their field, really feel it, like yourself.
Definitely. So Mathues had put um, the seal that he first showed you guys, and just I'm sitting here having my experience, and I'm very energetically sensitive, and so I'm feeling a lot of opening right now on the left side of my body where some of my injuries are. And just when he placed this in front of the third eye, crown, throat area, I just had an immediate reaction. So definitely, if you are energetically sensitive or an energy worker, you're gonna feel this. You're gonna, yeah.
And then this one came through recently, which is designed primarily to accelerate the light body. And so you can do a number of things with each of these. This one in particular, I'm guided to say you should stand on it with bare feet and hold on to your hat, because it definitely gets things spinning and opens up to a higher dimensional doorway if you're open to experiencing these kinds of things. And each one of them can be held over a center or even slept with. And so if you put this under your bed, it's going to work on you all night long. It typically doesn't keep you up. In fact, if you put it under your pillow, you're going to have really vivid, intense dreams that are typically oriented to processing or very like super complex, like you just wrote this amazing movie and you're starring in it, and it's very revealing. So what else do you have there?
So we have the...
Oh, cool. Recently we found that these coasters, a friend of mine's mother passed away, and they brought flowers, and one of them accidentally, or synchronistically landed on this and lived 2 weeks longer than any of the others, and everybody was astonished. So if you put this in your produce drawer in your refrigerator, your produce is going to last longer too. I already had known that. But a lot of things that I'm discovering, I'm sort of rediscovering and now reminded to talk about, because I'm busy doing a lot of things out there in my deep disclosure life. So,
do you mind explaining to us, just in short, how the seal and the numbers and the coding and the sigils activate us in the quantum field?
Okay, well, there's divine intelligence in these numbers, and I discovered that certain number sequences were embedded in the English language, and they were put there by Sir Francis Bacon, who faked his death and became Saint Germain. And the understanding of these, like 432 would be an example. But there's a lot more numbers in this master number system, like 153, which is part of the center pillar, which really represents the two becoming one, the mind and heart. And so the unification of information that activates the quantum field is that the divine intelligence that underlines all of the creation codes is actually self-aware or self-organizing into the highest divine expression naturally. And so when we tap into these fields, or we put these into our body and become one with the energy of the field, it's naturally doing all that to us.
Thank you so much. I just want to share with you guys how I utilize Mathues' work in my personal life as well as my professional life. So I want to show you these earrings that I'm wearing. They're beautiful, aren't they? And when I put them on, I just want to share with you, I broke my neck in 2006, and so when I put these on, I immediately feel elongation in the cervical spine, definitely feeling some drainage happening in the sinus cavity. As you know, we can tap into the body and be very connected with our bodies. And so I just want to give you deep information to what I'm experiencing right now. So I'm experiencing almost like a spiral opening in the ear canal as well, and feeling how the seals are actually almost like budding my third eye and my crown open as well. I utilize these in my personal, on my personal altar, my personal space, as well as my office. And recently I've discovered I only take a handful of clients in person. Most of my work, as you know, is online, but I've had the privilege and honor to bring Mathues' work into my local community, and when I place the seal on my clients, they just immediately feel it, quick emotional release and integration. But I love, I was just sharing with you, taking it and kind of holding it like a wand. It's almost like a laser, just like bringing through this information and opening up the body. There's so many ways that you can bring this into your personal life or your professional life. If you're also a psychic, a healer, a sacred facilitator, I highly encourage you to check out Mathues' work and what he's going to continue to bring to our planet. And the best part of this is it's extremely affordable for you and for your family, your children, and we're going through an ascension process, and it's not going to stop, you guys. And I just want to thank you for your work, and yeah, it just it means so much to not only me and how these tools have blessed my life, but my students and my clients as well.
Well, we just did an activation on somebody earlier. It was very impromptu, and we put one underneath like we did earlier, and she was holding one over the top of the head like this, and so you can do this. You know, it doesn't require a lot to have this ability to assist people, and then holding the one here like this, and so you're basically putting them in a sacred chamber, and whatever they need is going to happen. You know, whatever level they're at, this is going to facilitate them to whatever level they desire to go to. And so again, it was very special to, you know, see the kind of shift that occurred with this individual that we and just had to sense to invite, you know, an activation, and it was beautiful.
Truly, truly beautiful. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Will you please tell us how we can find your information, learn more about your products, not only these types of tools, but also your clothing and your books?
Oh yeah, definitely. Right, so there's a few ways to discover more about what I'm doing. One is 7sealcodes.com. Another is on YouTube. If you look up Mathues Imhotep, and there's a link off of these things to everything I'm talking about. There's also an Etsy store, 7th Seal Activate, 7th Seal Activate, where I have all these things that she's mentioning, and of course the YouTube, where you just go / Mathues Imhotep. I have 47 videos, I think now. Many of them are covering what's in the books, and so the books you can find also just by searching Amazon or at the Etsy shop. And I just released my 3rd volume, which is revised and expanded, because I wrote all this 22 years ago, and so this is now 533 pages. The entire series was 800 plus pages. Now it's 1,300, and it's just loaded with all this type of content that's describing the minutia of all these things that I'm referring to, as well as this book is written on 5 levels. One is like my own personal sharing about my journey of self-discovery. Another is, you know, sort of drawing information from the Gnostic scriptures and highlighting that they understood these initiations into greater awakening. And so there's 5 levels. One also deals with more of the sacred geometry. And then a lot of it is revealing next levels of gematria. And so this is available from those places that we referenced.
Thank you. Is there anything else that you would like to share?
Well, access to your divine birthright is, you know, waiting. It's simple. It's really just with the intention And all of this quickens the synchronicity of alignment to your soul path. And so even when I was editing this book, or wrote it, and I needed an editor, that editor, I was calling him. He's a very busy man. And he kept saying, no, I haven't gotten to it yet. And, you know, after checking in with him a couple times, he's like, you know what? Synchronicity in my life has increased, and I didn't even take it out of my briefcase. He's like, I'm super inspired to do this. And so, yeah, you know, energy is what everything's made of. And so coming into the field of the wisdom will definitely change your life.
Thank you. Thank you all so much for your time, and see you soon. You can also find the links below where this video will be posted. You can also go to my website, kieraaudrin.com, and there will be links under the blog section where you can purchase these tools for your personal and professional life. Thank you.
Blessings.